12th May 1985. As I cried my way into the world, outside the operation theatre, he cried too. Tears of joy. At a time when almost everybody wanted a boy, he distributed crisp 10 rupee notes to everyone at the hospital, saying, "Badhai ho, mere ghar Lakshmi aayi hai." 1993, I won my first trophy for swimming and was standing proudly on the victory stand. In the audience somewhere, he was crying again, tears of joy, because he was really proud of me. You see, he himself had been an avid swimmer, but he never really got a chance to participate in a competition. In a way, he was fulfilling his dreams through me. 2006, at my wedding, at the bidai, he didn't cry at all. Instead, he lightly kissed me on the forehead and he said, "Beta, make me proud." I know that after I left, he cried like a baby. He loved me like no other. He was my grandfather, lovingly called Baba. Baba was the quintessential grandparent, full of love and joy, and that's it. Baba loved the 3 C's, cricket, cars and cinema, not necessarily in that order. He had seen a life of great struggle, however, he never really made us feel that. Whenever we put mehendi on our hands, he would kiss our hands and he would give us 100 rupees just for being cute. He used to go for morning walks every day to a place called Safari Park. And we almost joked with him that, "Baba, everyone here knows your name. Maybe even the flowers and the bees and the birds and the trees." Baba was absolutely full of love for everyone around him, not just us. Growing up, the physical distances between Baba and us increased. In 2013, we had moved to a new house. One night, I was very busy working at my office when suddenly he called me up and he says, "Beta, I've told your grandmother to make puchkas. Come here, we'll have dinner together." It was a Saturday night. I was still neck deep in work and I had decided with my friends that that day we were going to go for ice cream after work. I hurriedly picked up the call and I said, "Baba, I'm sorry, I don't think I can come today. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye." And I hung up. I completely forgot about that phone call. The next morning at around 9:30, my mother got a call from my grandmother. She picked it up and her expressionless expression told me exactly what had happened. Baba was no more. You see, he had gone for a morning walk to Safari Park, the same place where the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees knew his name. And there, very suddenly, just when someone had come to touch his feet, his soul had left his body. Baba was no longer with us. In the next few days, we got very, very busy preparing for all the rituals that followed. 3 days later, I remember scrolling through my phone and I came across that call from Baba on the Saturday evening. And I remembered that forgotten phone call and that unfinished conversation. At that point, I felt as though someone had clenched me. I could barely breathe. I felt I was blindfolded walking through a dark alley. I felt that I was screaming out loudly, "Baba, Baba," but there were no replies at all. In fact, I would never get a call from that number again. And that feeling, that's the moment when it's sunk in. You see, our grandparents are not just the people who love us the most. They're not just the ones who teach us about unconditional love. They're not just the ones who are there for us and who are our biggest and loudest cheerleaders. Our grandparents are also the last link that we have to the stories and the histories of our families. They are the ones who connect us to our ancestors. In fact, everything that I know about my family is because of the stories that I've heard from him in his voice. So sometimes we must listen to them a bit more. We must pay a bit more attention and we mustn't leave any conversations unfinished because these are the ones that burden us. The unfinished conversations are the most painful ones. All the money that I have in the bank can never get me back that one Saturday night sitting with my grandfather across that table and just having a simple meal of puchkas and talking maybe about the latest cricket match. So, to everyone out there watching this and resounding with this, I just have one request to you. Talk that talk. Buy them some new socks. Check on their heater and sometimes take them to the theatre because one day they'll be gone and it will be too late. And the burden of not having been able to do that is too great.